Good afternoon, everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and give a couple more people some time to get on. I want to do a lunchtime myEcon special for you, a lunchtime myEcon special. So I'm gonna give a couple more people time to get on. I'm excited, not because it's Friday, but I'm excited because it's a day that the Lord has made, and I'm gonna rejoice and be glad in it. I hope that you are doing the same. So I'm gonna let a couple more people get on. I'll be getting started in about one more minute. I hope you enjoyed the title, Who Made Breakfast? That's the title of the message. Who made breakfast? You'll understand the reason why I called it that here shortly. Who made breakfast? You will understand the title here shortly. So I'm going to give it about another 30 seconds, and then I'm going to go ahead and get started on my message today. I'm excited because things are literally changing financially with a great company called myEcon. I'm starting to see people get on. Hey, Javon, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Courtney? Miss Turner? I see you, Stephanie. How you doing? Give it about another 10 seconds, then I'm going to go ahead and get started. But again, my title is Who Made Breakfast? You can be like, why is Keith calling it Who Made Breakfast? But you'll understand here shortly why I called it that title. But I'm excited. Make sure you grab yourself a piece of paper and a pen. I always say note takers are money makers. You definitely want to take notes because I'm going to go over some powerful financial strategies that can help you build wealth if you apply these strategies to your finances. So let me go ahead and get started. The reason I called this Who Made Breakfast, I thought about a story I saw the other day. It was a story about a pig and a chicken. And one day the pig and the chicken were walking by a church. And when they walked by the church, the pig got excited and he said, you know what? Instead of just walking by this church, let's go in there and give a contribution. The chicken said, you know what, pig, that is a phenomenal idea. Let's do that. So the chicken said, let's go ahead and give them ham and eggs. You know, everybody likes to eat breakfast. It's breakfast time. So let's go ahead and give them ham and eggs. The pig said, hold up, chicken, hold up. For you giving the eggs, that's just a contribution. But for me giving the ham, that's a total commitment. See, the chicken had it easy. He gave up the eggs. That's easy. But the pig, he had to give it all up. So today I'm asking you, are you willing to give up all the excuses? Are you willing to give up all the times you said, I'll do it next week, I'll do it next month, I'll do it next payday? Are you willing to give it all up? Well, today I'm going to give you some information, and I hope that you're willing to give all those excuses and move forward with a great company called myEcon. So let me go ahead and break down what myEcon is and how we can help you attain personal financial success. If you desire personal financial success, I hope you got your pen and paper ready because I'm going to go over a lot of great information that is life-changing. So let me start off with who myEcon is. Well, myEcon is short for My Economy. We are the personal financial success company. Now, our company is based out of Atlanta, Georgia. We're a 12-year-old company, and the most important part is we are debt-free. When you do a study on why most traditional businesses fail, the number one reason they fail is because of debt. Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? myEcon was debt-free day one, and to this day, we continue to be debt-free. Now, our mission in myEcon is really simple, but yet powerful at the same time. And our mission is to empower people to attain personal financial success. Now, I know that everyone that's listening have their own personal definition of what personal financial success is to you. But for us to be on the same page, myEcon's definition is simply having enough cash flow to support one's chosen lifestyle. Let me say that again. Personal financial success to myEcon is simply having enough cash flow to support one's chosen lifestyle. So let me break it down. There are two basic objectives that everyone's trying to accomplish every single day when they wake up, when you boil it all down. The first objective is you're trying to go to a job or a business to earn enough income to provide for your current lifestyle. Think about it. The clothes that you wear, the house that you live in, the food that you eat, that has to be paid for some way, and most people do that through a job or a business. The second objective you're trying to accomplish simultaneously with working a job and a business is you're trying to put enough money in some type of asset or investment so that one day your money works for you instead of you working for the money. Think about it. One day you can come off your job. It could be age, health, downsizing, outsourcing, or you just sick and tired of getting up going to work. Whatever the case may be, you have to put yourself in position where your money works for you instead of you working for the money. So let's recap. First of all, you need to provide for your current lifestyle through a job or a business. And also, you want to make sure that you're providing for your future lifestyle through assets and investments. Now, let me say this. A lot of folks say, well, Social Security is going to take care of me. But let me tell you, Social Security no longer works. How many people you know collect a Social Security check and still struggle to make ends meet? So Social Security no longer works. And then other people think that pensions is going to take care of them. But we all know that there are several people that work a job, retire from their job to collect a pension, and then still come back to work a job because it just wasn't enough. In other words, we call that the 40-40-40 lifestyle. That means they work 40 hours a week for 40 years. That's age 25 to 65, just to end up with 40% of their income at retirement. Now think about it. If I'm struggling right now off 100% of my income, how in the world I'm going to make it off of 40% at retirement? That's why you see people work a job, retire, and then come back to work a job because 40% just can't cut it. Now let me tell you, most people are not meeting those two objectives that I went over because there are 4 challenges or obstacles that stop them from meeting those two objectives. Now these 4 challenges are huge. There are several challenges out there that stop you from building wealth, but I'm going to talk about 4 in particular that is causing many people to live paycheck to broke check. Let's talk about these challenges. The first challenge is called inflation. Now we call inflation the silent killer because inflation is hurting you, but a lot of people don't see it hurt them because it comes up and creep up on you unexpectedly. Good example of inflation. If I was making $7 an hour in 1990 and I make $14 an hour now, the truth of the matter is I still make $7 an hour. Because even though my paycheck went up, so did the cost of food, daycare, housing, clothes. Everything's going up at a faster rate when my paycheck is going up at a slow rate. So in other words, my paycheck went up an inch when inflation went up a foot. That's a huge obstacle and we got to overcome it. The second one, taxes. Taxes takes the first 1/3 of your income right off the top before you even get a chance to even spend a single penny. Did you hear that? Taxes takes the first 1/3 of your income right off the top before you even got a chance to spend a single penny. Now in some cases it's more than a third because the more you make, the more they take. But we're going to talk about and be very modest and say you lose 1/3 of your income to taxes. Think about it. If you pull out your paycheck right now, you're going to see something called federal, state, FICA, and Social Security. They came in, robbed you of your income before you even got a chance to spend it, and you lost 1/3 right off the top. Let's talk about the third challenge, debt. Debt is a result of taxes. See, debt comes in and takes the second 1/3 of your income. Now let me tell you why debt is a result of taxes. Let's just say, for example, you make $50,000 a year on your job. You got so excited, you went to the car dealership and got you a car, and they financed you and you told them you make $50,000. Then you went and said, you know what, I need a roof over my head. I got to move out of my parents' house. I'm going to go get myself a house. So you went to the mortgage company, financed you at $50,000. Here's the problem. You never brought home $50,000. Even though your employer told you you make $50,000, taxes came and said, no, you don't. You make $35,000. Because remember, you lost a third of it to taxes. So now the dilemma is, you told the mortgage company, you told the car dealership, you told the student loan company that you make $50,000 and they finance you at $50,000 even though you only bought home $35,000. Now you end up in debt because you're buying things that you think you can afford, but the truth of the matter is you can't afford it. That's huge right there. Debt is a prison guard. See, debt keeps you chained to a job longer than you want to. I guarantee you, if you had an option, you would rather roll over in bed instead of rolling out of bed to get in traffic and deal with nasty coworkers. But because you got a mortgage to pay, because you got car notes to pay, because you got student loans to pay, you got to roll out of bed and stay on that job longer than you want to. But it gets worse, ladies and gentlemen. The fourth challenge, big business. Big business now comes in and takes the final 1/3 of your income. Can you believe that? You're not making enough money as it is because of inflation. Then taxes comes in and takes the first 1/3 of your income. Debt comes in behind it, takes the second 1/3 of your income. And then big business takes the final 1/3 of your income. And you say, what do I mean by big business? Big business is smart, ladies and gentlemen. They use commercials on radios and TV to get you, the consumer, to spend your hard-earned money. Let me prove it to you. Every single month, there is a holiday. And every single month, big business uses those holidays and runs holiday sales to get you to go in and spend your money. Let me prove it to you. In January, they got New Year's sales. February, we got Valentine's Day sales. March, spring break. April, Easter. May, you got Memorial Day and Mother's Day. June, you got Father's Day. July, you got 4th of July. August, our children are going back to school. September, we got Labor Day. October, we got Halloween. November, oh man, they go crazy on you. You got Thanksgiving, then you got Black Friday, then you got Small Business Saturday, and then they get you hard on Cyber Monday. And then we end off with December, Christmas. Every month there's a holiday or holidays, because some of the months got multiple holidays, and they run holiday specials, and you go in there and spend your money. Think about it. God forbid Valentine's Day come and you don't get your honey anything because you say, no, I ain't going to get involved with all that. But guess what? You don't buy nothing for her. You can have problems in the home. God forbid you don't buy your children anything for Christmas. Oh man, they will go crazy because you didn't get them anything for Christmas. See, every month there's a holiday and you lose the final third of your income. But here's the problem. I named the holidays of each month, but what about birthdays? What about anniversaries? What about graduations? See, it can get even worse than a third. So I was very modest when I said to take the final third of your income. So these are the 4 challenges that are crippling your investment opportunities. And these are the 4 challenges that is causing you to live paycheck to paycheck to broke check. So we got to do something about it. Guess what? That's why I'm here. I'm here to give you a solution to overcome those 4 challenges. So the first solution is called cash flow management, aka income shifting. I love this strategy because this strategy will help you strategize your way to wealth instead of trying to sell or recruit your way to wealth. Let me say that again, because I'm sure there's some people that's on this live video that may be in another network marketing company, direct sales, or whatever you want to call it. Let me tell you, myEcon is a perfect fit for you because this first strategy will teach you how to strategize your way to wealth instead of selling and recruiting your way to wealth. So if you're in another company, great. Use the strategy so that you can keep more of the money that you're earning in your current company. See, myEcon is a game changer. Now, here's something important you got to understand. This first strategy is going to help you become cash flow positive. Do you know that most people that's listening in right now is cash flow negative? You probably say, Keith, no, I'm good. I'm good. I'm not cash flow negative. Let me prove to you how you are cash flow negative if you're listening. If you are paying this month's bills with this month's money, that means you're one check away from a catastrophe. Let me say that again because I don't think you get it. Because people say, no, I'm not cash flow negative. I'm going to prove to you. I'm going to say this again. If you are paying this month's bills with this month's money, you are simply one paycheck away from a catastrophe. Because you can walk in tomorrow and they can say, you know what, we no longer need you. And because you were paying this month's bills with this month's money, now you're in a position where you're hurting yourself. So we got to do something about it, and we got to do something different. Now, let me tell you about this strategy. The first strategy is really great, especially if you have a job, because when you work a job, believe it or not, you're taxed at the highest tax bracket. You're taxed at 28 to 33%. Even though you have options, most people choose a job because that's the one that's preached to us the most. Let me prove it. When you were living at home, your parents said go to school and get a good job. Then you went off to college. Your professor said stay in school so you can get yourself a what? A good job. Well, that's the one that's preached to us the most, but here's the problem with that option. When you work a job, you work, then you're taxed, and a little bit that's left over, you can spend. Let me say that again. I work, I'm taxed, and the little bit that's left over, I spend. And in most cases, that little bit that's left over is hardly anything. So here's how we help you in myEcon. The first thing that we do when you come in myEcon is we're going to educate you and teach you how to properly adjust your W-4 form so that you can get a pay raise on your job without asking the boss. Who on this live video could use a pay raise on their job without asking the boss? If you can use a pay raise, I want you to give me some hearts. I want you to give me some thumbs ups. I want to see it come across the screen. Because if you can use a pay raise without asking the boss, I have the perfect solution for you. So here's what we do. When you first get started in myEcon, we're going to show you and educate you on how to properly adjust your W-4 form. That is the form that you filled out when you first started your job. That is the form that you filled out that in most cases, your human resource person didn't even know how to fill it out. That is the form that you assumed was asking for dependents when the form is really actually called an allowance worksheet. So we help you fill out this form, and in most cases, we've seen people pick up an extra $100 to as high as $1,000 extra in their current paycheck on their job without asking the boss. Let me say that. We've been able to get people pay raises on their job without the hassle and the stress of walking in your boss's office for them to tell you no. That's powerful. Now, why is that important? See, the IRS says that 80% of Americans have their W-4 fit out incorrectly. 80% of Americans, that's more than half of Americans have this form fit out incorrectly. So when we fill that form out, you will see some immediate income once you fill that form out and give it back to your human resources. Now, most people don't want to adjust their W-4 because they love getting what we call a refund. But let's see what a refund is. When you break down the word refund, re means again, fund means money. So in other words, your refund is your money again. So let me put some numbers to it. Let's say you're going to get a $5,000 refund. All that simply means is from January to December, you allow the government to keep your $5,000 interest-free all year long. They took your hard-earned money that you deal with nasty co-workers for, that you sit in traffic for every day, and they invested it, and they made thousands of dollars off of your money. Then at the end of the year, they turn around and refund you a percentage of your $5,000, and then on top of that, they tax you on it. Isn't that crazy? They refund you your money that you could have gotten throughout the year but in most cases, people wait till the end of the year, but they refund you your money at the end of the year, and they made thousands of dollars of interest off of your money, and you're happy about that. Let me give you another example. If you went into a store with a $100 bill and the items you bought was $50, and then you gave the cashier the $100 bill and they didn't give you your $50 change back, wouldn't you have an attitude about that? Wouldn't you say, wait a minute, you owe me $50? Well, that's what you're doing when you don't have your W-4 filled out correctly. You're letting them keep your $5,000 all year long, and you letting them keep the change when you could have gotten your $5,000 throughout the year. You invested and you made the interest off the money. See, when you shift your mindset, then you can shift your income. See, we've been listening to our friends who say, don't change your W-4. Listen to Broke Joe over here, Broke Bob over here. We listen to people that's never had a business in their life, and they give us advice and we listen. We got to shift our mindset, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to shift your income. So that's the first thing we do. That gives you immediate income by adjusting your W-4. That puts money in your pocket day one without selling a single product or enrolling a single person in business. Think about it. In most home-based businesses, in order for you to see a single dollar come in your household, you got to have moved a product, or you have to sold or enroll somebody in business. That's the truth. In most home-based businesses, that's the only way you're going to see income come in your household. Well, myEcon is a game changer. When you come in myEcon, we're going to teach you how to adjust your W-4, and that's going to bring in money without selling a single product or service. That's powerful, ladies and gentlemen. That is why you need to get involved with myEcon today. Now, when we adjust that W-4, that's not money for you to go out and buy yourself a new rims for your car, new pocketbooks, new shoes. No, that's money that you want to start putting towards your debt elimination plan so that you can get out of debt to create another stream of income. See, think about it. If you had a debt that was costing you $500 a month, let's say your car note, and we showed you how to pay that car off faster than 5 years, now when you pay the car off, the $500 that was going to the car dealership is now coming to you, whether you sell a single product in myEcon or enroll a single person in business ever again. That's 2 streams of income I created for you so far. And have I mentioned a product? Nope. Have I mentioned you got to enroll somebody in business? Nope. 2 streams of income without selling a single product or service. Then on top of that, we're going to teach you in myEcon how to minimize some of your expenses. See, you may be spending about $10 a day going out to eat for lunch on your job. But whatever you change the panoramics and you start bringing your lunch into work, now you're only spending about $5 a day. Well, that created a $5 cash flow positive in your household. That's a 3rd stream of income. So 3 streams of income, and you ain't sold a single product or service at all. This is why you need to get involved with myEcon. Our first strategy, income shifting, is the perfect fit for anybody. Whether you have a business, whether you don't have a business, it's a perfect fit because it's going to put some immediate income in your household. Awesome, quick, fast, in a hurry. So that's strategy number 1. That's called income shifting. I love it. That's a very powerful strategy. Now, let me talk about strategy number 2. Business income. Now, this strategy is for people that want to earn leverage income. This is the strategy for people that want to earn residual income. Now, when you work a business, you're taxed at a lower tax bracket. If you remember earlier, I told you when you work a job, you're taxed at 28 to 33%. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when you work a business, you're taxed at 18 to 23%. That's way less than 28 to 33%. Now, look at the difference. Your business works, your business spends, and then your business is taxed at the end, unlike the beginning when you work a job. Let me say that again. Your business works, your business spends, and then your business is taxed. So when you hear these wealthy people say that they pay less taxes than everybody, they're not doing anything illegal. They understand that the tax laws favor the business owner. And because they are a business owner, they get a chance to write off their lifestyle. Things such as they're going to drive the car anyway, eat out, use the cell phone, use the internet, pay their children. They was going to do that anyway. But they understand, you know what? If I add a business, those same things I was going to do anyway now become tax deductible expenses, which helps me lower my taxable income. Let me put some numbers to it. If I make $50,000 a year on my job, but then I had about $30,000 worth of business deductible expenses, The government subtracts the 30 from the 50, meaning I'm gonna get taxed at 20,000 even though I made 50,000 on my job. Do you understand the power in that? I made $50,000 on my job, but I had $30,000 of tax deductible expenses. They subtract that from the 50. I got taxed at $20,000. So even though I made 50, I'm no longer in a higher tax bracket. I'm in a lower tax bracket because to the government, I made 20,000. That's the tax advantages of having a home-based business. You get a chance to write off your lifestyle. These are things you're going to do anyway. See, now when I go out to eat, because I'm passionate about what I do in myEcon, I'm going to talk to somebody about my myEcon business, because I understand that a closed mouth can't get fed. So when I'm at the restaurant, best believe if I invited you with me, you're going to hear about my myEcon business. Best believe the waiter or the waitress, they're going to hear about my myEcon business. Guess what? It gets better. When I drive my car, I'm going to make sure that I do stuff in lieu of business. Hey, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drive somewhere and I'm going to talk to you about my home-based business. My internet, I need my internet to pull up my home-based business website. Guess what happens? Now my internet now becomes tax deductible. See, we teach and educate you on this in our myEcon classes so that you can truly understand the tax advantages of a home-based business. So now let's talk about this wonderful business. See, when you get in myEcon, we build you a world-class website. I'm talking about world-class. On this website, you'll have the opportunity to market some amazing products and services. Here's the good thing. You don't have to store any products in your house. You don't have to deliver any products. That's powerful because, you don't want to turn your house into a warehouse. But in myEcon, everything's all web-based. They go to your website, go to the product section, look for whatever product they desire. myEcon ships it. You get paid. Now, why is it important to add a home-based business to your portfolio? I'm glad you asked me that question. Here's why. If you only have a plan A, which is a job, you're putting yourself in a risky position. Let me say that again. If you only have a plan A in your household, which is a job, you're putting yourself in a risky position. Here's what I mean. If your job slows down, guess what happens to your income? It slows down. God forbid your job stops. Guess what happens to your income? It stops. So you have to add a plan B in your household. So if anything were to happen to your job, you still got income coming in to pay the bills. Because at the end of the day, if you lost your job, the bill collectors still gonna call you. It ain't personal, it's business. You charged up something, they're collecting their debt. They're doing their job. But that's the truth. And here's another reason why you want to have a business. When you work a job, you got to understand that the CEO of that company has something called a balance sheet. On that balance sheet, there's an asset side and there's a liability side. Guess what side you on? The liabilities. So here's the problem. Every quarter, the CEO looks over his numbers. And he looks and he says, you know what? Let me see how many assets I have and let me see how many liabilities I have. And when his liabilities is outgrowing his assets, he got to start letting some things go. So he looks over his liability side, which you are on, and he say, you know what? Get rid of that whole department. I don't need it. Because guess what? At the end of the day, he has a family to feed. It ain't personal, it's business. So you got to understand your job is not secured. You do not know when things in that company is going bad, and next thing you know, the job says we got to let you go. So you got to have a plan B in your household, ladies and gentlemen. Never put your eggs in one basket and say, I just want to have a job. See, let me tell you something. Your job was not created for you to build wealth. There's nothing wrong with a job. Be thankful for your job. Just don't be satisfied. In other words, your job should be a comma in your sentence, not the period in your sentence. Did you hear me? If you didn't, let me put it to you this way. A job should be a break in a sentence, not the end of a sentence. Do you really understand the importance in that? So let me break down what myEcon, the business side of our business. I talked about the strategy side, how you can get wealthy just by using the strategies without selling or recruiting. But now let me talk about the business side for people that do want to earn residual income and build an organization. When to get started with myEcon, it's only $35. I gotta laugh at that because all the information that we're given, our company's worth 1,000, 2,000 or more. But for $35, you get an opportunity to have a world-class business. Now, on your website, you have the ability to market products such as travel, which is a $1 trillion industry, health and wellness, $1 billion industry, soon to be trillion, online shopping, $4.7 trillion industry, credit repair, tax preparation and advice, identity theft. You just saw what happened with Equifax. People's identity is getting stolen left and right. You could be next. Why not protect yourself? Well, you can sell that and market that and get paid residual income. Did you hear me? Travel, health and wellness, coffee, weight loss, legal services, tax preparation, roadside assistance, online shopping, credit repair, credit restoration. Whatever you need, myEcon has it. Multiple products put you in a position to earn multiple streams of income. Let me say that again. Multiple products put you in position to earn multiple streams of income. But let me say this. Our main product in myEcon is personal financial success. But for some people, there are some people that like to travel. Why not get in myEcon, book your travel, and get paid to travel? You're going to travel anyway. You're going to shop online. We're coming to the holidays. You're getting ready to shop online, buy loved ones that's out of town gifts, and buy your family stuff online. Why not get paid to do it? In myEcon, you can do it. I'm telling you, you do not want to miss out on an opportunity that is normally $199. Right now, we got the cost of $35 to get started. How many people you know can use the information that I've went over so far, like getting a pay raise on their job, eliminating their debt, minimizing expenses? See, this company, when I got involved, I had $100,000 worth of debt when I first got started. I started using the myEcon strategies, the principles, and the system, and I eliminated over $100,000 of debt in my first year in business. Now, why is that so powerful? Because before myEcon, I was paying $2,400 a month out of pocket to pay for those bills each month. Now that I use the strategies to eliminate that debt, $2,400 a month is coming back to me because I don't have that debt no more. Well, guess what? Even if I don't enroll nobody in business, even if I don't sell a single product again in myEcon, I'm still going to have $2,400 a month coming in through the strategy side of myEcon. Not the sales side, but through the strategy side of myEcon. That's powerful. So let me talk about our compensation plan. It's amazing. $35 to start. That's all. $35. Not $135, not $535, not $935, not $2,035. $35. So a person enrolls with you in business. You have an opportunity to build yourself an organization. Now, let me break this down to you, because a lot of people, when they see network marketing, they got so much negativity about network marketing. But let me break this down to you. I'm going to give you a good example. Do you know that the CEO of McDonald's makes most of his money not from selling hamburgers, French fries, and drinks? No, he doesn't make his most money there. He makes most of his money by allowing you to pay him a fee. That fee is $1 million, and it gives you an opportunity to own a franchise. You run the franchise the way you want it, but the CEO of McDonald's earns a percentage of the revenue every single week. See, the CEO of McDonald's never had to step foot in a single McDonald's. He lets you run it, and then you pay him a fee every single month. And guess what? There's over 1 million McDonald's, and the CEO can't be in 1 million places at one time, but he got other people running the McDonald's, and he's earning a percentage of the revenue. That's the same concept of network marketing. So I want you to clear that negativity out of your mind. Oh, that sounds like a pyramid. Well, if that's a pyramid, then the CEO of McDonald's is working a pyramid. Let's get that out of your mind. So the same concept that the CEO of McDonald's and Burger King and Applebee's use, the same concept we use. When a person enrolls for $35 in your business, myEcon pays you $35 when you're an EVP. Did you hear that? Someone pays $35 to enroll in business with you. Next week, you get a check for $35 if you're an EVP. $35. And you probably say, well, what I need to do to get an EVP? Once you simply enroll 2 people in for $35 that want to lower their taxes, that want to fix their credit, that want to eliminate their debt, that want to increase their investment portfolio. $35. Two people get you promoted to what we call an executive vice president, EVP. From that point on, everyone that you personally enroll in business, myEcon pays you $35 the following week, direct deposited in your account. $35. So $35 came in, myEcon gives it right back to you. It gets better, ladies and gentlemen, because you can go as wide as you want. 35, 35, 35 every week, 35, 35. Every time your people enroll somebody, on their first two people, you're going to earn $25 for their first two. So I bought in Bob. I made $35 off of Bob. Thank you, Bob. Bob goes out and says, I want to be an EVP. He enrolls two people, A and B. Well, I made 25 off of A. I made 25 off of B. Then the two that A bring in, I make 25 off of their two. The two that B bring in, I make 25 off of their two. To get two all day long, $35, $25 in the base shop. Sky's the limit. And then on top of that, myEcon have a nerve to pay you some residual income. See, every month, people pay a $35 a month monthly fee to maintain their website. And I'm going to tell you more about what that $35 covers. But myEcon pays you between $1 up to $8 residual every month that someone pays $35 to keep their website active. Why wouldn't someone keep their website active to eliminate debt? Why wouldn't someone keep their website active so they can lower their taxable income to pay less taxes? $35, ladies and gentlemen. And then you have an opportunity to earn some amazing income. So that's strategy number 2. Let me finish it, and I'm wrapping up strategy number 3. Here's a third strategy that myEcon teaches that puts money in your pocket. The third strategy is called investment income. When you invest, you're taxed at less than 15%. So if you're working a job, you want to get yourself in a position that you add a business, but you also want to make sure that you're investing. Because you're taxed less when you work a business, and you're taxed less when you add an investment to it as well. So we teach something called cash, asset, cash. You want to take some cash, buy and build an asset to make you some more cash. I don't care what wealthy person you name, they're using that concept. Cash, asset, cash. There was a gentleman by the name of Dr. Dre. He took some cash and then he bought these headphones called Beats, which became his asset. And then he turned around and sold that asset to Apple and made some serious cash. Now don't get this mistaken. myEcon doesn't sell investments. We're not into an investment company. You don't need to get licensed because we don't sell investments. What we do is we educate you on how investments work. See, what if you was in position that you were educated so much on investments that if you went to a financial planner, instead of allowing the financial planner to tell you what to invest in, you were so confident you walked in and told the financial planner what you want to invest in. That's the kind of education you can get in myEcon. We have a class called Invest Smart that's going to teach you every type of investment. Real estate, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, IRAs, annuities, you name it, we're going to teach it so that you can be in position where you are financially empowered. See, the Bible says our people perish because of lack of knowledge. We make bad decisions because we just don't know. We make decisions like, let me put my money in the bank in a savings account and I'm good. Well, the problem with that is the bank is only giving you about 1% or less return on your money. While they give you 1% return on your money, the bank takes your money outside the bank, go to firms like T. Rowe Price, Fidelity, Vanguard, and make 5, 10, 15% off your money. What if you was empowered financially and you knew where the banks invested so you can put your money in the same place? That's what we do in myEcon. We teach you where the banks invest so that you can move your money in a place where you're getting more than an average 1% return on your money. I want you to write this down. There's something called the rule of 72. The rule of 72 states if you take the interest rate divided by 72, it tells you how long it takes for your money to double. So if I only getting 1% return on my money, 1 divided by 72 is 72. It would take 72 years for my money to double. Do you have 72 years to wait for your money to double? But that's what's happening because the bank understands the rule of 72. And we, the people, because we lack the knowledge sometimes, we don't know it. So we continue to put our money in there because it's a well-known bank. They got someone behind the desk in a suit or a dress and we just trust them. but you got to understand the rules of money. There are wealth creation strategies that's out there that you got to understand if you want to build wealth. We teach it. See, you're going to learn all types of terms in myEcon. You're going to learn about dividends. That's really important. You're going to learn about capital gains. But guess what, ladies and gentlemen? The best investment you can ever invest in, guess what it is? Yourself. See, there's no such thing as a bad investment when you are investing in you. You are great. You are the child of the Most High. You are great. So if you're investing in you, I guarantee you, you can give yourself the biggest return out there. So I went over 3 strategies. I talked about the 2 objectives, which is you're trying to earn enough money for your current lifestyle, but you're also trying to earn enough money for your future lifestyle. I talked about 4 challenges that stop you from building wealth and cause you to live paycheck to paycheck: inflation, taxes, debt, and big business. And then I talked about 3 powerful solutions: income shifting, business income, and investment income. So what do I want you to do next? I want you to get back to the person who invited you to this video and get signed up for an amazing membership. I told you already, it's only $35 to get started with myEcon. People pay $35 in a week at buying lunch at work. You spend about $10 a day. If you're buying out every day at work, you're paying about $10 a day. 10 times 5 is 50. You spend $50 on lunch. Well, I'm talking about $35. $35, a very low cost to get started. And then 30 days later, there's a monthly fee of $35. $35. Now you say, Keith, well, what does the monthly fee cover? Well, it covers the hosting of your website, your merchant account. You get something called a financial success membership, which includes free and discounted legal services, identity theft protection. You get do-it-yourself credit repair. You get key login defense. You get tax preparation and advice. You get a debt elimination software that helped me eliminate over $100,000 of debt in my first year in myEcon. You get a record-keeping tool called the Cash Flow Manager that can help you stay audit-proof. And then you get an online shopping mall that pays you cash back for shopping at stores you were going to shop at anyway. $35 a month, tax deductible. So eliminate that from your mind. I gotta pay a monthly fee. You're already paying a monthly fee. You're paying a monthly fee for car insurance, electricity bill, water bill, gas bill, cell phone bill. But the question is any of that making you any money? See, get in business and those same things now can become tax deductible expenses. So let me close off by saying this. There are 3 reasons why a person wouldn't move forward with a dynamic opportunity like myEcon. The first reason is you say, Keith, you just went over a whole lot of information. And I know I did. I went over a great deal of information. But understand this. When you first started your job, do you remember that day you first started? Your job went over a whole lot of information with you. And guess what? You stayed there long enough to collect a paycheck, and some of you are still there. So let's eliminate that excuse tonight or this afternoon. Number 2, you said, Keith, I'm just too busy. You don't understand, brother. I got my hands full. I got church. I got kids. I got after school stuff. You just don't know. I'm just too busy, and I can understand that. I respect that. I was busy too before myEcon. Busy being broke and had nothing to show for it. Do you hear me? Busy being broke and had nothing to show for it. See, so many people say their plate is full, yet they're barely eating. We got to eliminate that excuse today, ladies and gentlemen. And number 3, Keith, I don't have $35. And I can understand that. But you got to ask yourself 2 questions like I did. See, when I first started myEcon, I didn't have the money to start. But I asked myself 2 powerful questions. The first question is, how long do you want to have a $35 problem? And number 2, what are you going to do to fix it so by next time this year, you're not in the same situation? See, if you keep doing what you're doing, you're going to keep getting what you're getting. But if you're tired of getting what you're getting, something has to change. I said it earlier. In order to shift your income, you got to first shift your mindset. In order to shift your income, you got to first shift your mindset. So $35 to get started. Get back to the person who invited you to this video. Let's team up together and let's build something together, because lives need to be changed. There are a lot of people that are struggling financially, and we want to get in a position where we're building generational wealth instead of generational debt. You a winner. I will look forward to seeing you at one of our local meetings. I look forward to seeing you signing up on the website, and I look forward to seeing you all at the top. God bless you and have a wonderful, wonderful day.